Welcome to the Nido Annual General Meeting for 2013. Today, a lot of interesting points will be discussed and the future of Nido will be decided by the members today.
Good morning, everybody. I'll address the Board of Trustees, Nido Netherlands, Nido Europe, chapter chairs from the various countries. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this very unique, special session of the AGM of Nido-Agm.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rotterdam, the Netherlands. It was a high pleasure on the part of the board to have worked assiduously in the past several months with Mr. Cornelius Obot personally and his team, whom you've had the opportunity of meeting in the run-up to today. And today has become an annual ritual, a pilgrimage to one of our chapters every year, where the organization made the conscious decision that our annual general meetings will be rotational, that the annual general meeting, as well as the annual summit, goes round from chapter to chapter. Some chapters have had the privilege of hosting us once. Other chapters are yet to have their turn. And this year, it became the turn of Nido Netherlands. And it was not a coincidence. It was not a coincidence because this is a chapter that actually commenced business right from the very beginning when the idea of an organized diaspora group for Nigeria came to light by His Excellency Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. The chapter witnessed a short period of inertia, but then very quickly, the gentleman to my right, Engineer Cornelius Obot, emerged. And I recall I was the General Secretary at the time. I was in touch with a certain Mr. Okonkwo, right? Yes. Mr. Okonkwo was the captain of the ship at the time. And in one of our conversations, Mr. Okonkwo said to me, well, Collins, Nido Netherlands is in a comatose situation. And then I laughed and asked his permission to be able to use that phrase in other meetings. And I gladly had his permission. And I've been using it since then to describe a situation where an organization or a business has a lot of potentials, but for whatever reason, those potentials are not able to be explored. And so came Cornelius Obot, who came in with a breath of fresh air. He has something about him in terms of surrounding himself with the right kind of people to do what has to be done. And one of the things they have done is gathering us here today, receiving us yesterday in a very, very agreeable atmosphere where I believe some of the knotty issues that would have dominated discussions today were actually taken care of. To some extent, at least, the divergent views started closing up, and indeed, we started coming to some sort of convergence.
After the opening remarks of the board, it was time to discuss the agenda for the day.
Thank you very much, Solomon, for your remarks. I want to say that the first step, and I'll be very brief. The first step towards this agenda was to publish the statutory agenda as required by the law that will go with the announcement of the AGM. Now, it goes without saying that following that, we received some contributions from both individuals on the board and some chapters to say that this is the these and these are the sort of things that they want to see on the agenda. We also liaised with the hosting chapter, which is Netherlands, and they have a committee, organizing this. We put all of those together in terms of all the inputs received from the board, from individuals, and all of that. Ran it to them. They made their comments, made additions, subtracted a few things. After that, and I believe that was on Wednesday last week, after we had published it, we received further comments. Now, I have to pause here to say that the responsibility of the board is to organize an efficient and effective AGM. In doing so, they are bound to receive input, suggestions, and all of that from all quarters. Everybody is free to do that. But in the judgment and in the wisdom of the board, the secretariat particularly, this became the final agenda that we are proposing to the House for adoption. So, without going into any specifics, I thought it's important that we present the matter as I have just explained. So you understand that this was not just an agenda that is just the brainwave of an individual. There was a process that actually delivered this. Thank you.
After some discussion, it was time for us to do some interviews.
Thank you very much for this time. My name is Sheson Adeboejo. I'm the IT director of Nido Europe. I'm from the Netherlands chapter. I'm very happy to have you all here in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam. This is a very important AGM meeting, and we're very happy at the way it's being conducted. There were speculations that this was going to be very tough, very challenging, not a lot of fighting, but that has been arrested in the way that it's being conducted. The whole spirit is to try and reorganize the organization and make Nido what it was really, the founding fathers of this organization, the ideas, the vision they have. Now, if we all come together to work for the same purpose, this is an enormous organization that will go places. And like I said, I'm very happy to have you, Aftv. We are very proud of what you're doing here in the Netherlands, and we wish you good success as well. Thank you.
I'm Barrister Efosa Ogeriahi. I'm a lawyer in Germany and the legal advisor of this organization. Okay. Yes, we actually have an event today in Germany, and that conflicts today's event. So many could not make it here.
Okay, well that's a shame.
Nigerians in Germany, it's like Nigerians in other countries as well. We have different, we have Nigerians in different levels in Germany. We have students, we have professionals, and from the grassroots to the above, and we will have many Nigerians that are politicians as well. They are into politics. Things are, Germany is the modern Germany, as you know, gives opportunity for everyone to actualize his dream. We have rules and regulations in Germany, like Netherlands, I guess, and so those rules and regulations, we believe strongly in law abiding, and those regulations has to, have reasons. Some of those reasons are to help shape the society so that things can move better. So Nigeria, Africans there generally, they're doing well. They're doing well. As I said, the opportunities there, they just need to do the right thing. As I said, the new Germany offers the right opportunity for everyone to actualize his or her dream.
Okay, and talking about Africans, how is your contact with other diasporas? Is there cooperation? Is there a larger group?
Yes, talking about Germany now specifically. Yeah, in Germany, like Berlin, where I live and work, there are so many African organizations, and there's a general African, organization as well, where many Africans meet and share ideas and rub minds.
Well, I can say that Nigerians in the diaspora in Netherlands, is it the association you mean, or is it the organization you mean, or just the Nigerians in the diaspora?
The Nigerians, the diaspora itself, are they successful? What kind of jobs do they generally get?
Well, as you know, that in Netherlands, before you can get a very good job, you have to really know the language, no matter what you have read. So some of them also are professionals, and they are also doing any job that is available.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it hard to live in the Netherlands for a Nigerian, or is it easier?
No, it's a little bit hard in the sense that the language has been the barrier. Because the language is the barrier, so people are not allowed to really practice what they have studied all the way from Nigeria. So there's this impression that we have. We think that in the Netherlands we can always come and then still practice our professions, but unfortunately it's not that way. Except you have to upgrade yourself.
Do you think Nido can have a role in making it easier for Nigerians to integrate in the Dutch society?
Well, I've not yet seen them doing something like language integration, but maybe that will be part of the thing they have to inculcate into their curriculum. So we are still growing, and we will get there one day. But I think it is a very big platform and a very good positive platform for Nigerians who are abroad to have and to belong to. So I thank God for this initiative, and I'm proud to have our chairman, Engineer Albert, who is doing a very good job with those in this committee. Also, I want to thank the chairman of Europe, Honorable Collins Nweke. I've also interviewed him sometimes because I'm also the director of Radio Voice of Niger. Yes, so I'm also in the media.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
I thank God for Aftv and please continue the good work you are doing.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
My name is Honorable Collins Nweke. I'm the immediate past chairman of Nido-Europe.
And what chapter are you from?
I'm from the Benelux chapter, Belgium-Luxembourg.
Belgium-Luxembourg.
Yes.
And could you talk a bit about Nigerians in Belgium and in Luxembourg?
Well, the typical Nigerian in Belgium, Luxembourg is not anything different from Nigerians, up across Europe. They are hardworking. I like to say that. They are also, a mix of the Nigerian population in Europe. So you have the professionals, but you also have, the laborers So it's an equal mix. And one of the things we like to promote within Nido is that while we make conscious efforts to attract the diaspora to be part of development back in Nigeria, we believe that everybody, including the laborers, possess some very unique set of experience that could impact on development back in Nigeria. So yes, everybody is welcome, both the professionals and the laborers.
Could you explain how Belgian Nigerians have contributed to the growth of Nigeria?
The Nigerians resident in Belgium and Luxembourg are contributing in big measures in development in Nigeria. And I'm going to start with remittances. Okay? Now, as at 2012, which is the last official figure from the World Bank, the remittances from Nigerians in diaspora is about $21 billion US. Okay? Now, a good number of Nigerians living in Belgium and Luxembourg are contributory to this high figure. Beyond that, Nigerians in Belgium and Luxembourg are setting up projects back in Nigeria, small community projects. For example, they sink a water borehole for their people. They help in renovation of schools. They also support medical missions, to Nigeria, saving lives every day. And then there is also this International Day for the African Child and Youth, based in Belgium. It's an international organization. Nigerians in Belgium and Luxembourg are supporting them around, child education, especially the girl child education. Okay, advocating for free, basic education, and sometimes sending books and other materials. I mean, that is quite apart from business investments. There are some Nigerians in Belgium and Luxembourg who have businesses in Europe, but also have branch operations back in Nigeria. So through that means contributing to the economic development of the country.
And how does Nido support those efforts?
Good. One of the ways we support those efforts is to create an environment, an atmosphere where Nigerian investors, come out to Europe to meet other potential investors. Now, we also, as an organization, organize seminars, conferences, trade missions, to Nigeria and out of Nigeria, where we give the opportunity to people to understand, for example, the tax breaks that are there, the regulatory, the legal framework for establishing businesses and all of that. As a matter of fact, we just had one last week, in collaboration with the Embassy of Nigeria, which is Trade and Invest Nigeria, attended by nothing less than 500 people, which ran over 2 years. So those are the sort of initiatives that Nido, throws the support behind.
Okay, and today was quite an eventful day for Nido. Could you explain a bit about what happened?
What happened today, in my assessment, is actually the beginning of a new, it's supposed to be the beginning of a new Nido. We have operated for over 10 years now, and in this period, we have identified a number of areas that we need to reform so that we do better what we're supposed to be doing. Nido, Nigerians in Diaspora Organization, has great potentials, but some of those potentials are yet to be harnessed. And that is as a result of, some of the structures that we have in place, some of the, management processes and tools do not necessarily fit the aims and objectives that we need to, meet. So the purpose of today, in my assessment, there have been a lot of things that happen, but the one that I am actually taking home with me, is that we are starting today the process of reforming the organization to repackage it and make it more efficient and more effective.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
That was very enlightening. Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, we're here with the ex-secretary of Nido. Could you introduce yourself?
My name is Ben Sinosawe, the ex-general secretary of Nido Europe, and I'm from Manchester. I live in Manchester, UK.
Okay, well, a lot happened today.
A lot.
We're gonna see over the next 3 months an election for a new board. How do you see this coming together?
It would happen. It's mandatory that you have to have the elections. I hope that the new election will bring new people who will be able to put in more energy into the association. I have been there for 4 years now, and obviously today is my last day. So I just hope that they will elect capable members who are not just there talking, but actually doing things for the organization and for the members rather than for their selfish interests.
And how do you see the future for Nido, its role in both the diaspora and for Nigeria?
Nido, for its members here, I think we hope that they can increase in membership and they can have new members or people who are actually interested in helping Nigeria or in contributing towards the development of Nigeria. Most of the time, you see people coming into an organization and they want something for themselves. But unless we change our mentality and think about the nation, think about the people back home, and think about the people they see they're representing here also, then we are not moving anywhere any further. Nido should be an organization where we should be doing things back home and be a voice for Nigerians back in Nigeria. I hope in the next 5 years that will happen.
And what do you think the next board could be doing to achieve that?
They've got to do a lot of things. They've got to challenge the government. They've got to also encourage other Nigerians to put their resources together to invest back home and make the organization relevant to both its members in Europe and also to the Nigerian government.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
That was great. Okay, could you introduce yourself?
My name is Hajara Yusuf. I live in the Netherlands, in Den Haag, and I'm a board member of Nido. So what else do you want?
Okay, well, a lot happened today.
Yes, today we've had the European conference. So we have had people from all over Europe, including Russia, for the Nigerian and Diaspora Europe Conference. This is an annual conference which is taking place for the first time in the Netherlands. So, and I'm one of those who is hosting this event. Thank you.
It was a very exciting day.
Yes.
We are going to see an election in the next 3 months. What do you think about this and the new electoral committee?
I think it's a very good. Before this time, we were all worried because we didn't know what is going to happen today. But we thank God everything went on smoothly without much discussions. So it is very good. And with the caliber of people elected, I am hopeful that something good will come out of it.
And how do you see the future for Nido?
I see the future of Nido being very bright. Though initially we are having some problems, but with time, people are seeing the need for coming together because there are so many of us who are experts living outside Nigeria. And with the knowledge people have, we can use it to benefit the people at home who are not this privileged, either in terms of, because last year, Nido-Netherlands, 2 years ago, Nido-Netherlands helped one of the states in Nigeria with solar power. And that is a good development, which is like transfer of technology. Many of us have come here, we have acquired skills, and it is very good for us to be able to use those skills to be beneficial to our people. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Cornelius Obot. I'm the chairman of the Nido-Netherlands chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about Nigerians in Holland?
Nido, as it is focuses really for those Nigerians who live in the Netherlands who have some expertise, something extra to develop Nigeria in this case. And there are quite a number of professionals. Of course, they're all busy people. So, and Nido aims to get them out, to give them an incentive and an enabling environment so that they can provide that extra input which we think they can provide to their country, but also to other Nigerian diaspora who are based in the Netherlands.
And what is Nido in the Netherlands doing to contribute to the success of Nigeria in the world?
Quite a number of things. First of all, in the area of information, by virtue of our platform, we have access to information, be it with regards to business, be with regards to policy matters regarding both in Nigeria and in the Netherlands, and also in the financial and business aspects. A typical aspect is like informing our Nigerian-based businesses in Netherlands, for example, about how to operate here, expose them to the opportunities also here in the Netherlands.
So you help facilitate business between Nigeria and the Netherlands?
Yes, we have business forums, and we participate also in trade missions, quite often in partnership with the Nigerian embassy. For example, then taking businesses from Netherlands, companies from Netherlands to Nigeria, and the other way around too. And thus we are very actively involved in business forum activities where we do that matchmaking between corporations and even governmental institutions from both Nigeria and Netherlands. Yes.
And does Nido Netherlands also engage in developmental activities?
Yes, of course. Yes, in fact, that is really the core. So we're not so much into social welfare activities. Of course, we try to provide that bridge to get Nigerian-based or not. I mean, even those companies who have special interest in Nigeria, they also associate with us. So to get this, to enable an environment for them to come together and provide something. So the focus is really on development. Yeah.
But it's more business related than socially.
It's definitely more business related. When I say business, it also includes things like knowledge transfer, not just to make money. Things like providing skills, information. Many professionals, Nigerian professionals in the Netherlands, for example, they have access by virtue of their jobs to access to certain skills and talents, and even just information which we can share with potential counterparts in Nigeria, which will create opportunity for you don't know, maybe some business, or maybe sometimes relationships between educational institutions. There's some universities here who are also through this platform also have reached out to their counterparts in Nigeria. One activity, for example, was where we got some books from a Dutch university and we shared that with an institution in Nigeria. So it's not just business, but it's also sharing information.
And a lot has happened here today at Nido-Agm 2013.
Yes.
What do you see the future being for Nido, with big changes coming? And what do you see the challenges for the next committee, the next leadership of Nido?
The challenge is really to let our people know that this platform exists and is for them. There was a time where they thought it was an organization really for just professors and high-scale businessmen. So we are reaching out. We're having some kind of recruitment, letting them know that anyone who has some skills, something extra to offer, they can provide that through this platform. And they do need to, of course, get registered. It is an institution, so the diaspora is not automatically a member. So they need to join us. They need to, get our buy into our policies, our strategy, our focus, and then of course the next challenge will be to really get them to reach out to other Nigerians here, and also to go to Nigeria itself. So it's not just a matter of theory that okay, this can be done, that can be done, but that they also actually visit or actually take those steps, maybe propose things. So those are the challenges we need to come up with, and we are working with institutions like Chamber of Commerce. We're working with other, partner organizations, Dutch organizations who are doing business in Nigeria and Africa, and learning to formulate that.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
And success in the future.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Well, I am Wilson Obomano. I am the General Secretary of Nido Holland chapter. So that's me.
Okay, today a lot happened. It was a very eventful meeting, to say the least.
Yeah.
How was it for you as an organizer?
Yeah.
Did you think it was a success?
Quite a success. We started very well and we ended very well. As you know, this is just a yearly event, so it is an event that you will be challenged to pick what you want to discuss, because there will be a lot that you want to touch on. So I think this meeting started yesterday, for your information, at the Nigerian Embassy. So we started trying to set the motion on how we can actually achieve the objective, trying to make sure that people are able to express their views without emotion or, I think, in the best temperament. And that is what we saw today, that people were quite hungry for peace because we had a lot of issues to be resolved. And I think people came with that intention to make sure that issues are resolved. So I think all those make the meeting of today quite a success.
And how do you see Nido going forward?
Well, I think very remarkable. The people came with one, call it mission or motto, change, because they believe the only way they could go forward is just to achieve that change. So if you see a lot of the things that we achieved today, it's all about change, quite about change. So that is hope that the future is quite very clear that we'll be aiming higher and we'll be achieving great, So that is, I'm quite very hopeful that Nido has come to stay, and it will always be growing. We know we have our challenges, and people are quite committed to those challenges. They are not running away from those challenges. So to me, I'm very pleased with that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you for watching our coverage of the Nido Annual General Meeting. It was a very interesting day. A lot of important points were discussed. The Board of Trustees quit, and in the next few months we'll see an election for a new Board of Trustees, which will be equally interesting as the meeting we had today. Thank you for watching. This was Robert Verlinde for Aftv.